You know, that has to be about the smallest print I've ever seen on a city proclamation. Just to get it all in, Margo, on one sheet. Thank you, Mayor. You know, it's quite frequently that I hear city proclamations to honor our local citizens, but the thought occurred to me that we have today recognition of Margo by all three levels of government. Federal government with our troops, the mayor, local city government, and the next person that I'm going to introduce representing state government, the Honorable Representative Milo Smith, who will deliver some remarks on the importance of volunteerism.
Thank you. When I came carrying this box in, people asked me, "Are you bringing a pizza in?" Well, it's not enough for all of you to eat, so I'm going to keep it for myself. I'm going to give it to Margo in just a little bit. Well, soon after I was elected state representative, which was about 3 years ago, I started going to lots of different events, and every time the military was in town, 4th of July, whatever, I was there. And this lady kept stopping and talking to me. It was Margo, and I thought, is she after my job? I've never seen her before. And now that I'm elected, every time I turn around, there's Margo. But she never asked about anything for herself. And in fact, the first encounter we had, she wanted me to send a state flag to one of her grandsons, and I think it was John?
Yeah, John Parker.
And John Parker, and there have been others. And I said, absolutely, I would be really honored to do that. And but she never asked anything for herself. So I sent the flag out and sent a certificate, and I believe I mailed it to her so she could mail it herself with another package. And I thought it would only be befitting today that I would give her a state flag that she's requested for so many others. Wish I could do more. And when I was going to some of those different functions, I decided, you know, I want to find out a little bit more about Margo. So I went to my internet, which most of us use, and I Googled her name. Guess how many hits I received? I mean, this is no exaggeration. You can do it when you leave this evening. 181,000 hits. So I thought I'll narrow that a little bit. And I narrowed it to Columbus, and I received 5,000 hits. And I didn't have time to go through each of those, but I went through a few to just see how she's been involved in her community. And her pastor mentioned through her church, and they had a presentation not too long ago about the number of their members that had people serving in the military. And I believe there were probably 8 or 10 listed on that list. And about half of them were related to you, Margo. And she didn't have enough, so she even had an adopted grandson. Didn't have to be biological, but she adopted that person as well. And the mayor mentioned earlier that it was important to her when she found out that, I believe it was John, didn't have the proper equipment in Iraq. TJ, okay?
May I correct you?
Absolutely. And I don't believe it said that in the article, but it talked about troops in Iraq getting fire-resistant uniforms. And this lady made sure that happened. And I don't know whether you guys have been there or will be going there, but she made that happen. And it was printed in U.S.A. Today. We don't often get in U.S.A. Today from Columbus. But this lady did. And that was a reality because of that. So I laminated a copy of that article so you could keep it forever.
God bless you, Maya.
And I'm not sure, knowing you, that doesn't mean much for you to keep it, but I would encourage you to pass it down to your grandchildren and to your family members so that they'll know the benefits and the difference one person can make by volunteering and by serving. And Margo, you've done that, and you know, I'll probably never be asked again to speak at someone who is receiving an award from the President of the United States. That's a real honor to do that on your behalf, and I also took the liberty of laminating a copy of this today. I bought a laminator when I was elected. And I use that quite often, sending things out to people. So it's my honor to be a part of this ceremony, to congratulate you and tell you how happy I am that you're not running against me.